Greetings and welcome to lecture number 10 on unit number 1, properties of fluid. This lecture we are going to discuss another important property of fluid, that is bulk modulus of elasticity and compressibility. Bulk modulus of elasticity is analogous to the modulus of elasticity in solid. It mainly measures the elasticity of fluid, and it is defined as a ratio of compressive stress to volumetric strain. Can be defined as a measure of incremental change in pressure, which takes place when volume V of the fluid is decreased by an amount dV. So for that, consider a cylinder fitted with a piston as shown in figure. So in this case, V is the volume of the gas. So this is the volume of the gas enclosed in the cylinder. P is the pressure of the gas when volume is V. Let pressure is increased to P plus dP due to compression. The volume of the gas is decreased from V to V minus dV. Then the increase in pressure is equal to dP, while decrease in volume is equal to dV. So volumetric strain is dV by V with minus sign. And the minus sign means the volume decreases with increasing pressure. So as pressure increases, volume decreases. That's why negative sign is introduced here. As per the definition of bulk modulus of elasticity, we can say K is equal to compressive stress to volumetric strain. Compressive stress is nothing but increasing pressure, volumetric strain. So dP upon minus dV by V. So this is bulk modulus of elasticity. The expression of bulk modulus of elasticity in terms of volume, density, and specific weight is given by, because this is the volume expression of K in terms of volume. The expression of K can be written in terms of density, but the negative sign is not there because as pressure increases, density also increases. So change in volume to original volume can be replaced by change in density to original density, or it can be replaced by change in specific weight to original dense specific weight. Only multiply by G on both sides gives this expression. So these are the expressions can be used for solving numerical depending upon the statement or depending upon the requirement. For solving numericals, you have to memorize these expressions. This is about the bulk modulus of elasticity. So bulk modulus of elasticity is not a constant term. It varies with pressure as well as temperature. So it increases with increasing pressure, and because this is because when the fluid mass is compressed, its molecules becomes close together and its resistance to further compression increases. That is K increases. Generally, K increases. Example given, the value of K roughly doubles as the pressure is raised from 1 atmosphere to 3500 atmosphere, or bar we can say. So obviously this value also varies with temperature. Here, in case of liquid, there is a decrease of K value with increase of temperature. As temperature increases, K value decreases in case of liquid, because there is, as temperature increases in case of liquid, the molecules cohesive force decreases, and that's why bulk modulus decreases. However, for gas, as temperature increases, interrelated, as the temperature increases, pressure also increases, and an increase in temperature results in increasing value of K. Because in case of gas, pressure and temperature are interrelated. Thus, temperature increases, pressure increases, and thus K value also increases. So, like viscosity, the K value, the variation of K and variation of viscosity is almost identical, because in viscosity also, viscosity decreases with increasing temperature in case of liquid, and it increases with increasing temperature in case of gases. Same fundamental is applicable here for bulk modulus of elasticity. The reciprocal of bulk modulus of elasticity is known as compressibility, and it is defined uh, property by virtue of which another way we can define compressibility, that is the property by virtue of which fluid undergoes change in volume under the action of external pressure, is known as compressibility. Uh, it decreases with increasing pressure. Pressure increases, the resistance to compression increases, so compressibility decreases. Exactly in the reverse way. In case of water flowing through pipes, when sudden or large changes in pressure occurs, then water hammer effect. The compressibility cannot be neglected in that case. Compressibility in fluid mechanics is considered mainly when the velocity of fluid is high enough, reaching almost 20% speed of sound in the medium. So especially at high speed, the compressibility cannot be neglected. If the high speed fluid is brought to rest, in that case, the effect of compressibility can be considered. So uh, this is about the compressibility and bulk modulus of elasticity. Uh, there are many occurrences when to consider compressibility effect or when to not. This is the example. We can say this is water hammer effect, and because of sudden stoppage of the fluid, suppose there is a vibration takes place, and that vibration again return down the line. So this is called as the water hammer effect. We cannot see the audio here, but it sounds like the hammering of the hammering on the steel surface. So that is called as a water hammer effect. Especially when stock of a large pipeline. So this happens when there is a sudden stoppage of water like this. This phenomenon is called as water hammer effect. So in this case, even water is incompressible fluid, still its compressibility effect need to be considered. While in case of airflow, airflow through the turbine, maybe it is axial turbine or radial turbine, this flow is considered as a compressible flow. Here the compressibility effect need to be considered. On the other hand, the water flows through the turbine is not considered as a compressible. It is considered as incompressible, even though it is made to flow through a non-uniform cross section. Still, its flow is considered as a incompressible because water being a incompressible fluid. On the other hand, air flows through this ducting. Even though air is compressible fluid, but its flow sometimes considered as a incompressible. So in these circumstances, the compressibility effect is not considered because there is no change in density happens. These are some examples where the compressibility effect to be considered or not to be considered, depending upon the type of flow. Not necessary that fluid is compressible or incompressible. In most of the general cases, the fluid, air or gas, its flow is considered as compressible, and the fluid like water or any other liquid, its flow is considered as incompressible, where the effect is of compressibility is neglected. So that's it. At the end of this particular session, we should be able to explain the bulk modulus of elasticity in the compressibility term. Their important features like the characteristics, which variation with the temperature and pressure. You should be able to elaborate its characteristics like that. You should be able to quote applications where under which circumstances compressibility effect is considered or in which circumstances it is neglected. With this, we have completed this particular concept. As far as the exam point of view, the note can be asked and you have to memorize the expression for solving numerical. Thank you very much.